up to nearly 10. The number predicted. Okay, predicted.
No IFP?
No, it's
Can we do an IFP check?
I'm happy to do an IFP check. Let me put my thingy on.
The mic is up.
Thank you so much. So Tom, when do you get to go back to NOLA?
Probably.
On Monday? Okay. Remind me which hotel you're staying at? You told me it was in.
These winds are really whipping through here.
NBC Nightly News is brought to you by the Salvation Army, doing the most good. Every day, thousands fight the battles of hunger. Help them win with a monthly gift.
I say ecosystem. Eco.
Eco.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. All right, Small Business Saturday. About 30. All I like this guy so much.
Yeah, he's so cool.
Man, he's got energy for days. Stand by. Excuse me.
Great seeing you, Adam. Coming up tonight as you start your holiday shopping, there's an urgent new warning about online scams. Federal authorities say you could be the target. It's a consumer story you won't want to miss. Plus, protecting our planet. We're going to meet a group working to save a vital part of the ocean's fragile ecosystem. Also, who doesn't love pizza? A dinner time good news story about an immigrant pizza chef making sure to feed those in need when I see you in just a couple of minutes. Nightly news. Count me in.
Clear. Okay. So
when we got there, he was, wielding two knives. One was sort of duct taped to his hand.
It just happened so quick. She came so fast. I was gonna, her middle name was gonna be Yomara.
Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Thank you very much. Thank you, you too. Hi, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Thank you.
careful what you ask for.
Thank you. Thank you.
No. Ooh. Stand by.
Indeed, Dick, it does look like things are going to change here. But coming up tonight on Nightly News, as you start your holiday shopping, there's an urgent new warning about online scams. Federal authorities say you could be a target. It's a consumer story you won't want to miss. Plus, protecting our planet. We'll meet a group working to save a vital part of the ocean's fragile ecosystem. Also, who doesn't love pizza? A dinnertime good news story about an immigrant pizza chef making sure to feed those in need. When I see you in just a couple of minutes for Nightly News. Dick and Michelle. Thank you. Thank you.
This is NBC Nightly News with José Díaz-Balart.
Tonight, holiday travel nightmare, a blizzard pounding the Midwest and moving east, bringing chaos to one of the busiest travel days of the year. 73 million to be hit.
These winds are really whipping through here.
Highways already snarled, flights delayed, and it's going to get much worse. The heroes on the bridge, bystanders, spring into action to take down a terrorist in London. One even using a whale's tusk as a weapon.
When we got there, he was, wielding two knives. One was sort of duct taped to his hand.
And new questions tonight. Why was the assailant released early from prison? Foul play, an NFL free agent stabbed and hospitalized, but now he's facing charges as another player is suspended for betting on league games. 'Tis the season for scams. The Department of Homeland Security with a new warning for online shoppers this weekend as Black Friday sales reach a record high. What you need to watch out for. And Brazil versus Leo. Why Why is this South American president accusing Leonardo DiCaprio of starting fires in the Amazon? Superstar hits back.
This is NBC Nightly News with José Díaz-Balart.
Tonight, holiday travel nightmare, a blizzard pounding the Midwest and moving east, bringing chaos to one of the busiest travel days of the year. 73 million to be hit.
These winds are really whipping through here.
Highways already snarled, flights delayed, and it's going to get much worse. The heroes on the bridge, bystanders, spring into action to take down a terrorist in London. One even using a whale's tusk as a weapon.
When we got there, he was, wielding two knives. One was sort of duct taped to his hand.
And new questions tonight. Why was the assailant released early from prison? Foul play, an NFL free agent stabbed and hospitalized, but now he's facing charges as another player is suspended for betting on league games. 'Tis the season for scams. The Department of Homeland Security with a new warning for online shoppers this weekend as Black Friday sales reach a record high. What you need to watch out for. And Brazil versus Leo. Why is this South American president accusing Leonardo DiCaprio of starting fires in the Amazon? Superstar hits back.
This is NBC Nightly News with José Díaz-Balart.
Kathy?
Okay, cool.
Post-Thanksgiving.
Tonight, holiday travel nightmare, a blizzard pounding the Midwest and moving east, bringing chaos to one of the busiest travel days of the year. 73 million to be hit.
These winds are really whipping through here.
Highways already snarled, flights delayed, and it's going to get much worse. The heroes on the bridge, bystanders, spring into action to take down a terrorist in London. One even using a whale's tusk as a weapon.
When we got there, he was, wielding two knives. One was sort of duct taped to his hand.
And new questions tonight. Why was the assailant released early from prison? Foul play, an NFL free agent stabbed and hospitalized, but now he's facing charges as another player is suspended for betting on league games. 'Tis the season for scams. The Department of Homeland Security with a new warning for online shoppers this weekend as Black Friday sales reach a record high. What you need to watch out for. And Brazil versus Leo. Why is this South American president accusing Leonardo DiCaprio of starting fires in the Amazon? Superstar hits back.
This is NBC Nightly News with José Díaz-Balart.
Good evening. Dangerous, deadly weather is slamming much of the U.S. right now. Blizzard conditions crippling parts of the Rockies, Midwest, Great Plains, even Arizona. And this is just the beginning. More than 70 million people will also be hit with gusty winds, flash floods, and tornadoes. Treacherous conditions for the 55 million traveling home from the holidays. Airports are on alert, canceling flights by the thousands already. We're tracking multiple storm systems this hour. Kathy Park starts us off.
Tonight, powerful storms creating chaos for post-Thanksgiving travelers as snow, heavy rain, and strong winds barrel across the country. In Colorado, hurricane-force wind gusts whipping snow in all directions, creating whiteout conditions.
These winds are really whipping through here.
Tough even for this meteorologist to stand, and dangerous for those daring to drive on the roads. In Arizona, a massive pileup on the interstate with trucks stuck for hours. And a snowy Grand Canyon town declared a state of emergency with no power, stranding 1,000 tourists.
Usually you'd be able to see the canyon right there.
Tornadoes even touched down in Phoenix, and floodwaters turned deadly in nearby Gila County. An RV got swept into this creek. Only 6 people made it out alive as water quickly submerged the vehicle. Crews recovered the bodies of 2 children, and search operations continue for the 3rd missing child. In San Diego, another dramatic rescue after a minivan got stuck in rising waters. Snow being blamed for tricky travel in Southern California. Severe weather also slamming South Dakota, killing at least 1 person. And Minnesota could see several inches of snow by tonight. Weekend travelers are already hitting major problems in the air with thousands of flight delays and hundreds of cancellations. The National Weather Service warning that travel could become impossible in some spots.
We're feeling a little lucky, and we're glad that we scheduled ahead of time so that we are ahead of the storm.
A slowdown for millions as the next round of storms head east.
Kathy, what are the airlines telling people who are getting ready to fly?
Well, Jose, if you're one of the 3 million flying out tomorrow, it's probably a good idea to check your flight status frequently. And airlines like Delta and American are also waiving those change fees if your flights have been impacted by these storms. Jose?
Kathy Park in New York City's LaGuardia Airport. Thank you very much. The travel chaos is set to get much worse with ripple effects all over the country. WNBC's Dave Price has the messy forecast. Dave.
Jose, 2 storm systems bringing major travel trouble across the country as we wrap up this holiday weekend. One new storm beginning to push its way onto the West Coast, and another strong system rolling through the upper Midwest and bringing messy weather all the way up and down the eastern seaboard. As we head into Sunday, major travel delays in Minneapolis and Chicago, throughout the Northeast, Boston and New York, and out to the west in Seattle and Portland, San Francisco as well. And keep in mind, that's just the airways. The roadways will be a mess and treacherous too, with some areas receiving upwards of 1 foot of snow, and that busy 95 corridor between Boston and New York seeing snow, rain, and ice into and through Monday. Jose?
Dave Price, thank you very much. President Trump has called British Prime Minister Boris Johnson to offer his condolences for yesterday's terror attack in London. And tonight, we know more about the man police say went on that deadly stabbing rampage and the heroes who rushed to help save lives. Aaron McLaughlin now with their stories.
Tonight, new video of the deadly London Bridge terror attack. Bravery on full display as bystanders armed with a fire extinguisher and a narwhal tusk reportedly pulled from the wall of the nearby Fishmonger Hall together take down the terrorist who'd killed 2. One identified tonight by several British media outlets as 25-year-old Jack Merritt, a former Cambridge student, killed during the attack by 28-year-old Usman Khan, according to police. Here he is speaking to the BBC in 2008 after his home raided by counter-terrorism police.
They will know I know terrorists.
He's later convicted of being just that. In 2012, convicted of plotting to bomb the U.S. Embassy and the London Stock Exchange. He was released early, monitored by electronic tag.
He'd served half of his sentence. He was out on automatic early release. And I have long said that this system simply isn't working.
Now we're hearing from the heroes who helped stop the deadly rampage.
He was, wielding 2 knives. One was sort of duct taped to his hand.
Thomas Gray says when he saw the attack, he jumped out of his car to help.
Kind of tried to stamp as hard as I could on his wrist, and then someone sort of kicked the knife away. We were told that he had a bomb vest on, so we kind of cleared house.
Police shots fired, killing Khan. A hoax bomb strapped to his chest. The attack happened at nearby Fishmonger Hall. Khan was there attending a conference about prisoner rehabilitation. Hours later, stabbing 5, killing 2.
Aaron, it's a big security week in London coming up. How is security being enhanced?
Jose, going into next week, security is a big concern. There's the NATO summit. President Trump and other world leaders are expected in town. Authorities are increasing the number of police out on the streets in London, but they say it's more to assuage people's fears. They believe Khan was acting alone. Jose?
Aaron McLaughlin in London, thank you. There's been an arrest in another high-profile knife attack. 3 teenagers were injured yesterday at a busy shopping area in the Netherlands. Now in custody, a 35-year-old homeless man. Police are investigating the motive. It's been a season of scandals for the NFL, and now 2 more players are in trouble in just the past 24 hours. One for betting on the league and another for assault. Here's Sarah Harmon.
Tonight, NFL free agent Terrell Pryor arrested and charged with assault after surviving a stabbing in Pittsburgh. A woman also arrested and charged with attempted homicide and aggravated assault. Pryor spent the night in the hospital and is expected to make a full recovery. On Friday, the league suspended indefinitely Arizona Cardinals defensive back Josh Shaw for betting on games. It's the first such penalty in more than 2 decades, the league emphasizing it found no indication that Shaw used inside information or compromised any game. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell saying, if you work in the NFL in any capacity, you may not bet on NFL football. The season has been marred by scandal, starting with star receiver Antonio Brown. After begging to be released from the Raiders, Brown was picked up by the Patriots, only to be swiftly dropped following accusations of rape and sexual assault. Brown denies the allegations and has not been charged. On Sunday, the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns will meet for the first time after Cleveland defensive end Myles Garrett was suspended indefinitely after striking Steelers quarterback Mason Rudolph in the head with his own helmet. The NFL disciplined 33 players and issued more than $700,000 in fines.
Controversies like these aren't going to drive people away from the NFL. If anything, their interest is going to be heightened.
Ratings are up.
He's hit hard.
NFL TV viewership increasing 3% over last season. As 2019 shapes up to be a season notable for the stories on the sidelines as much as the plays on the field. Sarah Harmon, NBC News, Los Angeles.
Politics now. Presidential candidates are back on the road, crisscrossing the country. Among them, Joe Biden, hoping to make a splash with a big push in Iowa. Here's Kelly O'Donnell.
Today in Iowa, the Joe Biden campaign bus on an 8-day, 18-county tour of the first caucus state, trying to rev up his lagging poll numbers, beginning in Council Bluffs.
I promise you, we're going to win this race.
His new ride branded in Biden speak as the No Malarkey Tour, he says, to contrast President Trump.
The reason we named it No Malarkey is because the other guy's all lies.
Many, but not all, Democratic hopefuls hitting the trail across the country, with stakes high for early state voters.
Anything anyone says could make or break what I feel about them as candidates.
I haven't committed yet, but we have so many good candidates running.
Also in Iowa today, Kamala Harris at a Des Moines house party.
Which we have the ability to unlock the promise of our country.
Under pressure after a New York Times report that described her campaign as unraveled by staff infighting, poor messaging, and money woes. Friend and rival Amy Klobuchar avoided piling on.
I think every campaign has ups and downs, and so I hope she continues, and I think she will.
Klobuchar is in South Carolina, where she dropped off her ballot registration Friday, and today urged voters to give her a close look. Handshakes, personal contact, and investing time on the ground, as Democrats must decide. Kelly O'Donnell, NBC News.
It is the superstar versus the president of Brazil in a battle over the Amazon. Leonardo DiCaprio is now pushing back against accusations that he's partially responsible for the massive fires destroying the rainforest. Candice Gibson has the story.
Tonight, a war of words between Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro and Oscar-winning actor Leonardo DiCaprio. President Bolsonaro blaming the star for the devastating Amazon wildfires earlier this year. DiCaprio is a cool guy, he said, giving money to set the Amazon on fire. Bolsonaro has accused certain non-governmental environmental organizations of deliberately setting fire to the Amazon, all to get donations. It contacts Leonardo DiCaprio, he alleges. He donates $500,000 you are contributing to the fire in the Amazon. Investigators have not found any evidence so far to support the accusations. And now the actor and avid climate activist is hitting back, saying in an Instagram statement, while worthy of support, we did not fund the organizations targeted, adding that he remains committed to helping secure the Amazon for the future of all Brazilians. The fires so far have helped destroy millions of acres of the ecosystem known as the lungs of the earth.
Governments around the world, including Brazil, need to work together to make sure this doesn't continue.
For the president of a country to claim that an actor is actually trying to hurt the environment that he's trying to protect, it just shows how little Bolsonaro has in his pocket.
A publicity firestorm fueling the debate on Brazil's climate future. Candace Gibson, NBC News.
Still ahead tonight, a rare warning from the Department of Homeland Security about online shopping, the scam you need to know about.